Welcome to the Kool, the Kareem Matthews podcast. I'm Kareem Matthews here with my boy, my Ramley, my ace, point guard extraordinaire, fake ass DJ, Mr. Rodney Lusian. What up, my
What's up,
dude?
my dude? Shit, it's all this. This is,
Yeah,
you can just stop right there.
he said it's all this. When I saw y'all, I was like, man, I'm slipping on my gear. I
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you had something. I was like, I really should have something on today. You know what I'm saying? But man, because we was just talking about that in the before we started recording, like this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. This is sports glorious weekend. You know what I'm saying? All centered around the Rams playing the Bears. And it's crazy because since McVay got here, we kind of do this. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me back up. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, correct me. You will know, but correct me on this. Today is the 10 years of they announced the Rams coming back, right?
I think it was yesterday. Yeah. It's
It's
either
not today.
yesterday or today. It might be
Okay,
today.
I think it's today because they had them off on the radio.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And he was speaking on everything that's happened in that 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, 10 years ago today. So is that the day you went down to the construction site?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I was like, I gotta find that video.
Right. Because somebody just posted it on Facebook. Somebody just posted that picture. And the only thing you can see of me is me holding the ram. You can't even see my face. You can just see my ram blanket that I took out there that night. And
Uh,
I started to react to the post like, yeah, I was there. But that's why I was thinking it was yesterday because somebody posted it like January 12th, 2016.
mm,
This picture was taken. This was us, blah, blah, blah.
uh.
Um,
Okay, so that is yesterday. Because I thought about that. I was like, I'm gonna go look through my memories. Because I posted you on TV, because I videotaped you on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So it's in my memories. I just gotta go back. But I'm gonna either look at today or yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, 10 years, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because like Demoff was talking about everything that's happened in the 10 years. And they was talking about how basically the first move he made was hiring McVay. That's what
I
he
mean,
said. You know what I'm saying?
he, I guess.
I mean, this is how he was spinning the story. You know what I'm saying? Because then he was like, how much has come off for that? How much has well out? Maybe he didn't say it was his first move, but he was saying it was one of his first big moves. And now to look 10 years later off of everything, he said basically coaches get hired now like McVay. He said back when McVay got hired, wasn't no 30-something-year-old coaches being hired. He's like, now you look at the playoffs, McVay is damn near one of the oldest coaches left. And he ain't even 40. Him and Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? You take Sean Payton out, it's all McVayites.
Right.
Niggas
And he's now the second longest
longest
tenured coach
tenure,
in the
right?
league.
At 9 years. When
But
I
ain't
saw that, I
40.
was like, that's crazy. And he not even 40 yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because my original what had me say let me take this back is because my first statement was because we kind of do this. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I took it back to them 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Since 10 years that McVay, or nine since McVay been here, but since them 10 years that they've been back, or they've been back nine, or is this 10?
It's 10.
Okay. Like, nigga, like this been how we was talking about how we had that worst decade of the Rams. This is up there for the best.
It's up there. And definitely when you throw the bowl in there, then that's the
and we've
joke.
been twice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We've had some dominant decades though. Like we won the division 7 years in a row. Like the shit we was doing in the 70s was crazy. But
okay, I was just about to say it had to be before the 80s.
But even in the 80s, like
we wasn't winning the division though. It was the Niners.
Yeah. I think we only won it once. But
We
we
was
went to the
good.
playoffs.
Right. We was good, but the Niners was clearly that model franchise.
The only time we did go to the playoffs in the 80s was them strike shortened years. Like it was two strike shortened years in the 80s. Them the only 2 years we didn't go to the playoffs.
Okay.
But yeah, that don't compare to this.
Right, because this is we that franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's coming off McVay's tree, the style of play that people are playing now, the coaches, the kind of coach you looking for, like that's all stemmed off of what we did hiring McVay at 30 or whatever the hell he was. You know what I'm saying? And how crazy that was at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because we spoke on that last episode, like we had no idea that it was going to be like this. We just knew we was doing something out the box. And that gave you a chance for a different outcome. We wasn't hiring another Jeff Fisher retread. You know what I'm saying? We was trying something like it was like, nigga, I ain't never seen this. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's younger than half the team. And the way it turned out, it was like, damn, I mean, we was ahead of the time. And that's what he was saying today. Like now, he said, we playing against Ben Johnson on Sunday. Before we hired McVay, a coach like Ben Johnson probably wouldn't have even been considered for a head coach. Because McVay wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, a head coach type when we hired him. You know what I'm saying? If he had gotten an offensive coordinator job at that point, he would have been ahead of schedule. Right. You know what I'm saying? To get a head coaching job, it was like, ooh. I mean, again, you didn't know how it was going to turn out, but you knew it was out the box. You know what I'm saying?
So it was only because it was the Rams, and I mean, we was coming off this terrible year, and we still looked like a dead franchise, even though we was back new in LA. Because he's nepotism, like his dad or granddad did whatever with the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the kind of shit today where Stephen A's of the world would be like, "Oh hell nah! Like why is this Nepo baby getting this job when y'all passing over, be enemies and all these other cats that have been in the game for a minute." But because it was the Rams and nobody really gave a damn, they was just able to slide him right in.
Like giving him any old job.
Right. That was our first year as official season seat holders. Because the first year back in LA,
we just bought tickets.
Huh?
We just bought tickets.
Well, nah. So the tickets sold out so fast, and they didn't put a limit on how many tickets dudes could buy. So what they ended up offering me, because I went in the day the shit opened, I went in probably 3 hours after it opened. And by then, tickets was gone. But they ended up offering me like 8 tickets. They was like, nigga, you can have 8 tickets. Now, how you want them? You want 1 ticket to each game? You want 2 tickets to 4 games, which is what I ended up doing. And then them other games, right, we just bought tickets. But yeah, McVay's first game was our first year as official season seat holders. And there was a buzz. Like, it's a trip because I remember, and you was on the turf ahead of me. Like you was on the turf shit probably at the end of week 1. You was like, dude, we going to the bowl.
By week 3, I remember we played Cincinnati that week 3. And I think we was either favored by 3 or 3-point dogs.
Probably dogs.
And whatever it was, I was like, 3 is not the number. I remember I was like, we are about to rout this squad, dude. Like that was I just remember that third game against Cincinnati was when it was like, okay, no one still believes. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But we even through the preseason, like we was excited. Like we was obviously Marshall and the QB
Trent
and
Green
right.
and the receivers, it was all set up to be around Trent Green.
And it was looking dope in the preseason. It was like, all right, we gonna be cool. Like I don't think we was thinking bowl. I mean, we was thinking bowl because it's a trip. Because Chill will come to me and be like, dude, when y'all won it that year, I remember we was hanging out in the summer, and you was like, you was arguing. He's telling me, it was like you was arguing with niggas that the Rams was gonna win the Super Bowl. And I was like, that was just from pure fandemonium. Like that was not based on any facts. I mean, low key it was. I knew we was gonna be better, but yeah, for it to become like reality, like I was the holder. I was like, until we beat Frisco, I ain't
Right.
committed. So anyway, I mean, we had a little bit of that feel McVay's first year, but it definitely wasn't turfish.
Oh, right.
But it was like, damn. But it was like, all right, there are better pieces in place now. I think we had got like Sammy Watkins. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we had done some other cool stuff that was like, we gonna be better. And then we came out week one and smashed the Colts. And
Right.
then that's when it really started. I mean, and Gurley was Gurley had one dope. He had won Rookie of the Year. Then his first year in LA, he was pedestrian. Like
Mm-hmm.
he wasn't doing much. But then he was like, all right, wait till year three.
Yeah, nah, because that's what I was gonna say. I think instantly we saw McVay's craftiness,
Mm.
like instantly how we came out, and that's why I was saying it was probably a while ago that I was like, "What happened to all the shit McVay was doing at the beginning?" Because at the beginning it seemed like he just had plays. You know what I'm saying? He would just scheme up shit where it would be like niggas just wide open, deep, like it was like we had never seen it. But back to the turf. You know what I'm saying? It's like since then we had never had that kind of like creative ass coach. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you saw instantly from McVay. Was like, okay, that's what he got. That's gonna work. I mean, he was freaking golf.
Right.
He was making golf work after we had seen golf not work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this dude is clearly doing something different. He's cooking with these same ingredients. You know what I'm saying? So nah, that was the instancy of McVay. Like it didn't take 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? It took like 2-3 games where it was
Right.
like, okay, this dude is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, now I see what they saw in that meeting.
Right. Nah. You on Saturday when we played Carolina, you was listening to it on the radio or you was listening to the
Yeah.
TV feed?
Now I had both. I had the radio up louder and I had the TV down. And then when I felt like I needed to hear them, I would turn it up. But now I was listening to the radio.
Because on TV, I think coming out of I don't know, some point in the second quarter, they had dude that was the color dude, uh, Greg, whatever, the tight end that went to the
Oh,
U and
Greg
played.
Olson. Greg
Yeah,
Olson.
they had him go through the evolution of McVay because they was eventually like this
Mm,
three tight end shit he doing
mm.
is the new rage. But they was like when he came in and he was in 11 personnel and
No one was doing that.
he was in these tight splits. Like
Mm,
nobody was out wide. Like everybody was between the hash.
mm.
Every play looked the same. And he was like, eventually, obviously, the league,
Caught up to that.
well, they mimicked it. He was like, now teams get so many reps against 11 personnel in games and in practice he was like McVay. So I mean, he went through probably 4 or 5 things. Cause then he was like, then that's when he went and got Stafford. And it was like, all right, we still 11, but yeah, we ain't running these fly motions, jet sweeps. Like now we just dropping back. And it's just like, all right, 9, just carve it up. Like we don't need to,
Clean y'all up
we don't need to embellish 9. Like we don't need, right. He can just do it just
on his
off the
own.
straight skill.
Right.
And then it was like, and then they won the bowl off of that. And then as the league caught up to that, now it's all right. We gonna run that
13.
same shit we was running in 11, but now it's just gonna be with 240-pound niggas.
Right, because that's what I was gonna say when you were saying that, because that 11 personnel changed the style of players niggas have. Because of that, you in more dime now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made it smaller niggas on the field. Smaller linebackers, more safeties, more corners. You know what I'm saying? Because them linebackers got to be in coverage. So that's why switching to 13 is so freaky. Because now you put bigger dudes on the field. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, if y'all want to stay in that same package y'all was staying in to guard this 11, we going to beat y'all up. You know what I'm saying? In this 13 and still be able to have these tight ends catch the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the genius of McVay.
Right. And, you said we do this, which we do. I mean, if this McVay's 9th year, at least half of them, we probably been in the divisional round of the playoffs. Yeah, actually 5 of the 9. Because the
So
2
that's
years
more
we
than
went
half.
to the bowl, the year we lost to Green Bay when Tampa won it last year, and now this year. So that's 5 divisional rounds, which is a dope ass round. Like this is a lot of ways. This is my favorite weekend. Like this is a dope round of the playoffs, and so we've been there. We get there.
My favorite is the next round, but this one is cool too, though. But the one where you win, you go into the bowl,
right?
because
Nah,
we've been at that game.
You really get some focus.
We
And
was right.
I remember this just from being a kid. And the Rams would get to the NFC Championship game, which they did a lot. And it would be like, dude, we getting like it's only 4 teams left.
2 games on the same day.
Brent Musburger and them was like, they finally giving the Rams they love. Like they can't avoid talking about us. And then the first time we won it and got to the ball, I just remember niggas in the streets honking horns. And I was shocked because, like we said in the previous episode, we didn't really grow up around Ram fans. So the Rams won it to go to the bowl. And I'm hearing dudes honking and cheering outside. I'm like, where were these people when I've been
all
getting
year,
persecuted?
all my life?
So now next weekend is dope as hell too.
Because I just remember the one we was at against the Niners. You know what I'm saying? And I went live, and all I could keep saying was, we going. We going. Like I said that like 10 times. We going. Like that's all I kept saying on the video. We going, yo. Because we was going. Like, to
and
me.
By going, you meant we going to be right back here in 2 weeks.
Right.
In the same stadium in 2 weeks.
Right. But like, yeah. Man, it's nothing like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? That's a childlike feeling that brings to grown ass people. You know what I'm saying? Players and fans. But now you can't get to next week without this week. You know what I'm saying? So this week ranks right up there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. Like, and that's why I said we do this, is because the Bear fans are being so obnoxious right now. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't been in so damn long. So I don't know if we were like this when we started going again, But we not like this now. Like our fan base is not obnoxious. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy our wins, don't get me wrong, but we're not running around taunting other fan bases, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least not yet. And that's what I like about us. We keep it, you know what I'm saying? We try to keep it us. Like some of these other fan bases, they want to drag you in their shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Chicago, just be happy for Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all gotta bring us in it? Like, I don't know. I was telling you before we started, they've been in my DMs already, and it's only Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking about how the weather gonna be. Y'all coming from LA and all this snow. Like they just really, they like, why are we supposed to be respecting y'all after y'all barely beat Carolina? I'm just like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna engage in none of that foolishness y'all on, but y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all lucky as shit. Like y'all, at some point that's gonna run out. Them niggas was up 17 on y'all. Y'all have had some of the most miraculous comebacks. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And so now y'all want to talk about us. We barely beat Carolina. Like, why should we be worried about y'all? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, on one hand, I get it. Because, first of all, when you was like, were we like this, got me thinking, like, our first trip to this round of the playoffs was a home game against Dallas.
Mm.
And so, no, we wasn't like this
I was just
because
about to say, I could imagine us being nervous as fuck for that.
we was. And knowing that the stadium was going to get took over, knowing the history, and that's a good part, there was a lot of history, at least my childhood. I think of Rams
Mm.
Cowboys. I think of them crushing our dreams twice in LA in the Coliseum to go to
Mm-hmm.
the Super Bowl. Even though in the totality in our history, we've actually beat them more in the playoffs than they have beat us.
Mm.
And the Rams Cowboys, that's the most played playoff matchup in the history of
Ever.
the league.
Uh.
And we on the
We
winning
lead
side.
that.
Even
Right.
though my perception is them dudes would
They
always beat
own
us.
us.
Right. So no, we was nervous as hell that game just based on that and knowing that the collie was about to get took over. Um, and then part of that, I think, of what fuels Bear fans is they got a lot of history on us. And it ain't
Mm.
necessarily playoffs, although, because even on the Rams, one of their Rampage websites, they got a link saying, watch the last time the Rams and the Bears played in the playoffs. And I'm like, dude, who wants to watch that? Like, why would you? I can
Post
see,
that.
I can
That's
see that on the
84, right?
Bears page. Yeah. I can see the Bears putting that up, but why is that on a Rams page? Like, why do we want to click and watch
On
our
that.
squad
On
get
one of the most agonizing moments in Ram history.
right? Us
But
getting
that's the thing. That's damn near 40 years ago.
right.
Like Bear fans remember that? That's longer than the Cowboys and Niners shit. And I
Right.
killed them on that. Like, do
Right.
y'all remember the last time your team won the Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying? So it's even worse for the Bear fans. So I'm like, why are y'all cocky?
Just because it brings memories of 85.
To who though?
The way that I mean, it's a trip because George, the guy on the mic at the
Oh,
Drew,
right. Mm,
was a Bears fan.
mm,
He would always, when we would talk Rams Bears, and it ain't been no heavyweight matchups between us since then, really. Actually,
right.
that's not true. The 2018, I guess this before the last time they hosted a playoff game was the year we went to the bowl the
Mm,
first time, and we played them late in that season with golf.
mm.
and they ended up beating us, and that kind of just stamped them as legit. They ended up winning the division and losing their first playoff game. And I think Seattle or somebody went in and clipped them. But anyway, George used to always say to me, he was like, we the Grabowskis. Like because Mike Ditka before that game, one speech he had to the Bears was basically calling us soft. He was like, we're the Grabowskis, we blue collar. And he kept calling the Rams the Smiths. Like they're the Smiths, we're the Grabowskis. And so George would always, whenever we was talking Rams and Bears, he'd be like, we the Grabowskis. Like we just broad shoulders. Right. And I was like, dude, we went in there with a running team. We went in there trying to run the ball 40 times. Like, how was we the finesse team? It was like, just watch. We about to show y'all how this 40 how running Eric Dickerson to the line 40 times is gonna feel like y'all trying to finesse us.
I never felt that about him in my life. Like to me, up until that point, he was the greatest running back I had seen. Well, Walter Payton too, than who they had, but I had never seen anyone do Dickerson like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I saw it since after that. But it was clear early, like in the first quarter, like, dude, this nigga can't run on them. And we knew Dieter Brock. It was like Dieter Brock wasn't going to be better than Dickerson. It was like, okay, if Dickerson ain't going, Dieter Brock just going to carve him up. Because our receivers wasn't even like that.
Right.
So, nah, man, they was blowing Dickerson up. And that's the thing. We had a cool O-line.
Mm-hmm.
We had like 2-3 Pro Bowlers on the O-line. But like they was hitting Dickerson in the backfield, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't that kind of back.
Right.
That was like gonna elude two niggas in the backfield and then house something. Like you had to get him to the line straight up, you know what I'm saying, erect. And then he could pierce through, you know what I'm saying? But if they come at him, folding him up behind the line, oh man, I remember that game vividly. Like that again, that was the first time I'd ever seen anybody do Dickerson like that. And he still speaks on that game because he be on Rogan and Rodney. Like, yeah, them 84 Bears, boy. But then he points to Dieter Brock too. Like if we didn't have that little ass QB.
Right. And it's a trip because in that game, like it was one play, it was probably like a 3rd and 1. And the ship broke perfectly. And it was just him and Singletary in the hole.
Mm.
And it was like, all right, dude, like take this blow and fall forward.
Right.
You're going to get the yard. And he took the blow and fell backwards. And Singletary was hyped after the play. Like you just knew like that was the play. And so whenever they got around to doing the 30 for 30 and the America's game, like they came back 20 years later and did some shit on the 85 Bears.
Mm.
They just always, both episodes always talk about that moment. Like they just spent 2-3 minutes talking about that play.
Mm.
It was like this defines who we was. And we could be me and him in the hole. And this was before Singletary was Singletary. Like he was coming up to that, you know.
Right. I'm about to say, I think he was known at that point. He may not have been. I mean, none of them had they bowl yet. I feel like they bowl really solidified all of them.
At that time, Dickerson's supposed to win that matchup. In 85, if it's Dickerson versus anybody, like maybe if it was Dickerson versus LT, you would be like, okay.
Right.
Dickerson might not win that. But outside of LT, I mean,
he's supposed to.
But now you look back.
Right.
And it's like, all right, shit, if Singletary, top 5 middle linebacker in the history, like if he won that battle, like that ain't no shade on ED.
Right. But it was the first time we had seen that. where ED loses a battle like that. You know what I'm saying? That was how I felt. I mean, I didn't remember that specific moment, but that moment sounds like how I felt. Like that realization, like, ooh, okay, nah, we're not gonna be able to get Dickerson off today.
Right.
And we don't have a right hand. We don't have a left hand. They're taking the right hand away, and we can't go left. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Man.
and the Bears all time lead us. Like, and you look at all the Rams versus all the teams. I think because I had this conversation with you probably
A
there
few
wasn't, I
weeks
think,
ago
right, but
about
like
our records against every other team.
right. Because Miami, I think we played Miami last year and they beat us on like a Sunday night, Monday night, or whatever. And
Mm,
I think I came into that game sort of saying, like, dude, we just never beat Miami. Like, it don't matter. 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Like, we just never beat these dudes.
mm,
So that's the squad that the Rams have the worst all time record against. Like, we're probably like 2-11, 2-15,
mm.
like that.
Damn.
I think the Redskins are second.
Our second worst record.
Right. And then the Bears are third.
Mm.
And in Chicago, it's like even just worse. So, because I remember saying a couple of weeks ago, if it wasn't on here, it was through text, like the Bears are the one team that scares me just because of the history.
Mm.
Just because Soldier Field has just been this house of horrors.
Right.
But that was the same feeling we had with the Cowboys coming into the Collie in 2018. And I said on the podcast a few episodes ago, like the Rams under Stafford and McVay are a team that they do two things that we had never done before. One is we cool in cold weather. That was the smaller thing. The other thing is we come back. Like we don't trip. We don't
Falling
have
down.
right. We don't have to be ahead.
Front runners. Right. Right.
We can come back. Like we can we used to say this about the Rams and the Dodgers. Like, dude, they don't have nuts. Like, they don't. When the moment gets big, they
You
don't rise
fold.
to it. And now here we are, and we're like, damn.
Both squads are clutch. What the Dodgers did,
Right,
and now
right.
the Rams too. Because I mean that Carolina game.
And even the year, I mean, the year we won it, like it was clutch, clutch. I mean, that Tampa Bay game, clutch as hell.
Mm,
That
mm,
Frisco game, clutch as hell.
right. The
The Super
bowl
Bowl, clutch as
with
hell.
no receivers.
Right. And that's the thing we would be begging for. Like, dude, we got these other squads that's winning, even though the sum of their parts shouldn't equal what it's equaling. Like, they get more out of what they got. We want to be the squad that get, like, how they win that game. Like,
Right.
we
And we
want other
did.
squads to be scratching their heads. Like, how are they doing this to us? And I feel like the Rams are finally that. And I mean, obviously the Dodgers too. But yeah, I'm
It's
hanging
crazy
my hat on that.
because that same description you just gave, I feel like that's Frisco this year.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? I mean, every man, they lost, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know how they here, you know what I mean? And then they lost Kittle.
right.
But it's crazy because
Hopefully
right
they
now,
can win one more.
huh?
So hopefully they can win one more.
Man, that would be awesome. And then we win one more and we get that home game. But I'm honestly not even, I mean, I know that that's the formula, but I'm not even looking at that. Like, I just want to go to Chicago and win. But actually, by then, we'll already know because they're going to play on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But
And
like
that's
in the,
the same way it went down in 2021. Like
mm,
Niners and Packers, I think, played on that Saturday.
Niners won.
And we went into that Sunday against the Buccaneers knowing we win this.
It's a home game.
We hosting, which was actually the case last year too, because Washington won on a Saturday last year. Then we went into Sunday like, dude, if we
We
could
beat
beat
the
the
Eagles.
Eagles, we get to host the chip.
Mm.
Ah.
Well, it ain't the Eagles this year. You know what I'm saying? And see, for me, that's why I don't have that level of fear. I had that level of fear about the Eagles, and I still do about the Niners. You know what I'm saying? And for the Niners, it's not a level of fear, it's just a level of respect for seeing them 2 times every fucking year. You know what I'm saying? I already know they can win no matter what they throw out there against us. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that against the Bears. And that's why I was saying, like, when what they did to us is like 40 years ago. Like, if the Patriots was saying that, then I would be like, okay, you right. You know what I'm saying? If the Patriots want to start talking about that, I'll listen. But for the Bears to be talking about that, I'm like, nah. With y'all, I'm sticking to on paper. What do the paper say? Like, y'all ain't got none of that over us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you brought up how they do, but I feel like that's on a hella historical perspective. I feel like it's not a lot of people running around that know that information. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Patriots shit, it's 30-year-olds and under that understand what they do to us. You know what I'm saying? To understand the Bears shit, you got to be 50. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with us and them, they need to have more respect on our name. Like, we've been doing this before longer than y'all. Like, in y'all lifetime, y'all been seeing us do this. You know what I'm saying? Not yourselves. Y'all just stay in y'all lane and prepare for Sunday. But nah, they want to get out their lane and reach at me. You know what I'm saying? Telling me how cold it's gonna be and yada yada yada. And my thing about all that is Stafford know that division. You know what I'm saying? Stafford played in that division for however many goddamn years. So he's not afraid of going to Chicago. Kyron went to Notre Dame. Blake went to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like the core of what we gonna be trying to do ain't gonna be phased by that cold like they think. Like we not all Florida, LA boys. You know what I'm saying? Like we got some Midwest niggas at the heart of what we do. You know what I'm saying? Devontae's from LA. Puka don't give a fuck.
And they've talked about how Devontae kills the Bears.
Uh,
They said
okay.
they said
Okay.
the Bears are like his Viagra.
Uh,
He see the Bears and just get
get firm.
right.
I love it. I didn't even think about that angle because he was with the Packers. And the Packers been owning the Bears for so long to this new coach. That's why they love this new coach. He can finally beat the Packers.
Right.
But Devontae ain't been there for that. They said, oh, don't get it twisted. Devontae, too. He kills the Bears. And that's the other thing they were saying, how trash the Bears D is.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they lost like one of they second best defender, like a linebacker.
TJ Edwards.
Right. They lost a lot. They lost him and they lost their left tackle.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, that don't sound like the formula to beat us. Already you telling us you looking at a shootout. Like that's your high end way of beating us is a shootout. Like to think we gonna play y'all in a low scoring game is a little unrealistic. I don't know if you want us in a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Your best bet is to hold us in the 20s. Like once we start getting in the 30s, your RD gonna make a play. You know what I mean? Like that's too much wiggle room. Like you gotta hold us to the 20 like Houston did, and we still beat them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But like, for y'all to admit that RD ain't gonna be able to stop y'all.
They said that?
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't say that. The same people that's talking the shit is saying that. Like, yeah, we know our D is trash. You know what I'm saying? I guess they corners ain't good. Like the formula they talking about is basically they gonna be riding Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Caleb and their ability to come back is what they leaning on. They understand that their defense is not good. You know what I'm saying? The lesser squads have been shredding their D.
Outside of
Lesser,
turnovers, right? Take
lesser,
turnovers. Turnovers is their
right,
lifeline.
right. And that's what they were saying. They gonna need 3 turnovers to beat us. That's already out there. Like that's in the formula. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, that can happen. You know what I'm saying? But y'all banking on cake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all banking on eating cake for dinner. Like that's you gonna go in saying, okay, we get 3 turnovers, we win. And it's crazy because they were saying Sirianni. I guess they did some hard knock shit. I guess they did that whole division.
Right.
And they were saying how in the meeting, Sirianni, all he talk about is we just no turnovers, no turnovers. You know what I'm saying? We just can't turn it over and we gonna win. And Cowherd was like, that's not a strategy. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you saying, that's why y'all losing. You need to have more than that, my nigga. Like, okay, yeah, we know no turnovers, but that's not a formula, my nigga. And that's the same way when the Bears is like, okay, we're gonna turn y'all over 3 times. I'm like, yo, you need more than that. That's a dream. That's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not nothing concrete because turnovers is not something you can go in and say we gonna do.
Right.
Now, if you say we gonna run the ball, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be able to throw on y'all. Like that's okay. Now you talking about something. You know what I'm saying? We can get y'all, our tight end or something more specific, but just we gonna go first, force 3 turnovers. Anybody could say that. I was like, we can say that about y'all. Like, okay, we go first, force 3 turnovers on y'all. Like, we don't have to go into this game looking for nothing that's like on the random spectrum. You know what I'm saying? We just got to go in. We get our 2 backs off. We get our 2 receivers off. We get our tight ends working. Y'all gonna be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. We ain't even talking about turnovers. Like it could be a 0-0 turnover game for all we care. Like that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's not what we leaning into. If that's what y'all leaning into, y'all in trouble.
Right. As I'm sitting here looking at their backs,
Or they got backs. Swift and Manangai.
and for some reason I thought Swift was a big dude. He run like they got Kyron and Blake.
Manangai ain't big.
Nah. He averaged 4.6 a carry, but he 5'8", 207.
Cause he the one that run hard.
He ain't
He like
breakaway.
nah. Swift is the breakaway.
Swift ain't breakaway.
Yeah,
He might be more breakaway between them two.
of they 2 backs. Swift, check his long runs out.
He 4.9 a carry. He 5'8", 204.
He they breakaway.
I think of him as a bigger back for some reason.
Now Manungai is the one that run like Pacheco. Manungai is the one they just crash into the line. You know what I'm saying? And he come out the other side sometimes.
His longest run this year is 25.
Swift?
Yeah.
And what's Manungai's?
But shit, 4.9 a carry. I didn't even think he did that. But
nah,
to me, if you not Saquon-esque.
Nah, well, no one else is Saquon-esque.
Kyle Gibbs, Taylor, CMC.
Yeah, okay.
His longest run is 39.
Oh, Manungai? Okay. because
So
he the hammer.
they coming in with a Blake and Kyron package.
Right. And Swift catch passes too.
Okay, that's concerning.
He was with Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's not enough. Like you
Right.
need more, especially because if it's gonna be a running game, which they saying, between the weather and the wind, like I trust Stafford, of course, more to throw the ball in this weather than Caleb.
Right.
Uh,
Nah.
like if it's
Even
gonna
though
be,
even though Caleb got a gun, but his
right,
inaccuracy is his problem. He like the lowest completion percentage of any QB that's left. So even though he can get it through this wind, will it be accurate? You know what I'm saying?
right,
Now I respect their running game. Their running game is legit. I just don't think it's as good as ours. And that's the thing. They got that old rebuilt old line. They got Jonah.
right.
And they loving that. You know what I'm saying? They loving they guard center guard combo. And I'm just like, okay, I think we can handle that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all banking on Jonah like that, I feel like our D line ain't gonna be like, oh, Jonah? They're gonna be like, oh, we okay, we can work with Jonah. We can stop this run. And then their receivers are cool, but not great. Swift, Odunze, that rookie's coming on. Again, no
Zacchaeus,
this, huh?
Zacchaeus,
Nah. Who's that rookie? He was a second round pick. I want to say
DJ
from the
Moore,
now DJ Moore is their main nigga. Him and then Odunze is the second year nigga from UW. They got a rookie.
Jade Walker.
I'm about to tell you right now. Luther Burden the third.
Oh, okay.
Luther Burden the third. He a wild card. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing early, but he's starting to come on. He a second round receiver. So he was well thought of. You know what I'm saying? And then that tight end, Loveland, he been balling. And that's the one place you can eat on us.
Right now, I mean, all right, if your tight end is dope, or if you throw into your back out of the backfield, that concerns me. Although, have we been
Ain't nobody really gouged us with that recently. It's only Saquon. And Saquon
throwing
wasn't nah,
throwing
he
to the
wasn't,
back?
yeah, he wasn't, I'm about to say he wasn't really catching passes out the backfield.
Seattle got us a little bit. Seattle
Mm,
hit whoever, Kenneth Walker the third. Kenneth Walker the third probably got us with two long screen passes
mm,
in that game at Seattle. Tight ends ain't really been cooking us like that this year.
right,
And we've seen some dope ones.
right. The nigga
Uh,
from Indy.
right. To me, it's Caleb running, which you talk about Pat Mahomes, he only run when it's playoffs. Like
Right.
if Caleb, they all Mahomes is his doppelganger. Like that's who he's trying to be like. I don't want him running the ball. Like if he decides, you know what, I'm just gonna try to break, contain, and run a little bit. Like that concerns me.
And I mean, usually he runs to throw.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Usually he's running to look for somebody open. He's not always scrambling for like this 10 for this first down. You know what I'm
Which is
saying?
what Mahomes does until
Right.
playoffs.
Yeah, nah.
So I mean, we'll see. But to me, I'm not. They not gonna win the game on Swift and Monongai. Like that's kind of what they did to Philly. Isn't that the game where they both had dudes around for
100.
100?
Yeah. First time since Walter Payton and Matt Suey.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that to us. if you hitting Swift out the backfield, that could hurt us. If Colston Loveland is better than all these other tight ends we've been seeing, then maybe.
They drafted him before the dude from Indy,
Did they?
which was a shock, right? Which what everyone was like, damn. And then dude from Indy balled early.
Right.
And niggas was really like, what are y'all doing? What did y'all do? But then dude came on at the end.
Right.
He ended up with 7 TDs, 700 yards. You know what I'm saying? So by the end, it was like, okay, he is legit.
Then they got Cole Kmet as the second tight end. They only got 3 tight ends on their roster.
Mm.
So 13 personnel is going to be a stretch for them.
Right. Nah, they them receivers in them backs. You know what I'm saying? That's who they gonna go to most and love them. Like
But
Cole Kmet.
if the weather reduces your offense, then
That favors us.
right.
I mean,
Especially
that's the thing.
because our defense is better. Like our defense is like we can fuck around and hold y'all to single digits.
Nah. And we can take away one of y'all options. We can make y'all play left-handed. We can either say we gonna stop the run. I mean, that's probably what it's gonna be. We gonna stop the run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we can stop y'all pass too, but that's harder for us. Our main thing is stopping the run and making y'all have to pass where we can rush the passer, and then it's not as easy to kill our corners. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean everything that you saying that they can live on, I don't think is enough to live on. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you say we should be afraid of, I'm like, they can't win on Caleb running. Because eventually he gonna get hit. You know what I'm saying? Caleb ain't smart enough to just run all game like that and not get lit. So if that's what y'all living off of, that I mean, he may be able to do that a few times. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see that being he not Lamar.
Right.
And then, you know, the shit to the backs out the backfield, like all that shit to me is worth like a first down or two. You know what I'm saying? You're going to do that a couple times in the game. I mean, that's not something you're going to just consistently be able to go to.
Yeah, I would maximize it to 14 points.
Those plays. And it's funny because I was going to say, I don't know if that's worth 7 points. But you gave it 14. So, breaking it down like that, I'm like, man.
It still ain't enough.
Huh?
It still ain't enough.
Right. Because we looking in the 30s.
Yeah.
If y'all ain't got no D, you know what I'm saying?
And the weather could trim that down to 24.
Maybe. That's the thing. Like Stafford's been in this before.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
Because they put some shit up on, what's the Rams' record in cold weather games? Cold weather in terms of like what it's going to be on Sunday. Right. Like it's supposed to be
8 degrees.
Right.
Is it going to be snowing?
They were saying it might snow the night before, but not during the game, they don't think.
Do you remember that Philly game?
Yeah. What, last year?
Yeah. Nigga, that was like a Madden game where you put the weather on.
Right.
Stafford was throwing in that.
Yeah, they said it wasn't as cold, though. They said it was in the 30s.
I don't think the weather, I think it's more the snow than the cold to affect the throwing.
It's the cold, and it's supposed to
be
be
wind.
some wind gusts.
Right. Because if it's just hella cold and not snowing, I don't think that's gonna stop 9. I feel like what that snow that was coming down in Philly, if that couldn't stop 9, like that's what I think would stop you. Like, nigga, it's snowing out here.
Right. Because, I mean, we went to that game last year. We went to that Rams Jets game
Mm,
that was about as cold as it's going to be on Sunday. It was
mm,
single digits,
mm,
and we won like 16-9. 16.
mm,
Like it.
mm.
Now, I felt
It
like
was
our,
bad.
huh?
It was bad.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't winners take all.
No,
Like,
I mean like the weather.
I mean, it
Like Stafford couldn't throw.
not deep downfield, not for chunks.
Mm,
We
okay.
ended up hurting them with it might have only been it's a trip because they one touchdown was to Devontae.
Mm. And ours was to Higby
Right.
that came right at y'all.
Right. I think everything else was field goals.
Mm,
But I felt like
okay.
we want it wasn't winner take all. Like we was favored to win the game. We still had multiple paths to the playoffs. Like we needed to win, but it wasn't like if y'all lose, y'all done.
Right.
Like it's gonna be on Saturday. So I felt like we were
Sunday.
conservative. Right. I felt like we were conservative against the Jets. Like we just gonna try to manage this and get out of here with this win. Um, but nah, the weather was a factor. Like Puka didn't do much, and it's a trip because as we was talking about Kyron and Blake and Matt and Devontae, my thought was, all right, well, shit, that leaves Puka, and do you really think weather's gonna stop Puka?
All right, now, because that's what I said. When I said that, I was like, Puka won't play through anything.
Okay.
Like, we're not even putting Puka in this. This nigga playing outside on concrete. You know what I'm saying? He the last nigga you would think, you know what I mean? And he went to BYU.
Right.
It snows in Utah.
Right. Nah, I feel like weather's not going to decapitize us to the point where we can't function offensively. Especially if it get to a situation where it's got to have it clutch type shit, like because eventually that's what it came down to in that Jets game. It was like, all right, we just gonna clutch up on y'all, like we gonna get the game to a point where it's like, all right, Matt versus Aaron Rodgers, y'all defense versus Matt, our defense versus Aaron Rodgers.
And we gonna clearly win that.
We gonna take our chances. Uh,
Nah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I have confidence in that in any scenario. Like, even in 9 in the snow having to drive for game. Like he almost did it in that Philly game. To me, that was like the toughest conditions we gonna see. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't be remember we kept saying like somebody gonna fall down. Like we gonna get a TD on the nigga just falling down. Like that's how bad it was that people could barely even stand up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And 9 was still out there diming trying to get us game. Like unless it's that bad in Chicago, I mean, the weather would really have to balance the playing field for them. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I guess that is their home field, but I was about to say, and they're gonna be playing in it too. If we can't run around, then y'all ain't gonna be able to run around.
yeah, the most points McVay's teams have scored in games where it was freezing or below was 23.
Mm,
2-2. Um,
wow.
and the highest we've scored is 23. Now, only Only one of those was with Stafford.
Mm.
The only game McVay's had with Stafford and freezing temperatures was that Jet game.
Oh, so Philly wasn't freezing.
Mm-mm. They said here that though it was snowing, it says it was 34 degrees at kickoff last year.
Mm.
So I mean,
Wow.
it's just 2 degrees over. And
Oh,
even that
over
game, I
freezing?
mean, huh? Right.
Over. Mm.
We only scored 22.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I mean, against Philly. So I mean,
Right.
chances are we gonna be
In the 20s,
in the
low 20s.
24, which once
Mm.
again I feel like is enough.
Mm.
I mean,
Okay, now
they scored what, 28?
against Green Bay.
Right. And that was late. I mean, it was 21-9.
In the fourth.
Right. They scored 31.
Mm.
25 in the fourth quarter.
Damn. 25 in the fourth. And I was saying that after that game, LaFleur's on the hot seat. That's coaching malpractice.
Yeah, I mean, the missed kicks hurt. And
Oh,
that's
yeah, that's right. That's 4 points. He missed a field goal and an extra point.
in the fourth, but I guess he
Right.
missed a field goal at the end of the first half too. So they counting 7 points
Mm.
that they feel like
They left on the table.
right.
And it wasn't like he kicked long field goals either, the ones he missed. I think it was like a 48-yarder and an
Mm-hmm.
extra point.
Right. Yeah, 25-point fourth quarter. That's what they banking on, though.
They've done that multiple times.
And they've had it done to them because if you had told me week one that we was going to be playing the Bears, because week one they played the Vikings at home on Monday night, and I loaded on the Bears. Not necessarily, actually, I did end up put some in the book too. But in our points contest, I gave the Bears like a 12.
Mm.
And I would have won that week. And turns out I would have won the whole damn
Mm.
season
Mm.
if the Bears
Had won.
and the
And
Bears
they blew that game, right?
it was up 17-3 in the fourth quarter. Um, and just let McCarthy, who I was like, dude, I can't believe.
That's probably the best game he played all year.
And really, it's just that fourth quarter. I was like, in
Mm.
Chicago at night, I'm like, this dude is a rookie. They giving him all this respect. He ain't proved shit. The Bears is gonna come out and smash this dude. And for most of the game, they was. And then when they let him come back, I was off the Bears. I was like, yeah, y'all won't get. I'm never trusting y'all again. And at that point, I just started picking against them. Till they finally was like, all right, dude, we ain't that squad no more. But still, if you had
Sitting
told
there.
me back then that this was gonna be our path to get to the NFC Championship game,
You would have signed up right there.
gosh, my nigga, I'm signing the screen, I'm signing my forehead. I'm where else can I put my signature?
Nah.
Lock that in.
And I still feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Green Bay and the Eagles was teams we was hearing all year that was Super Bowl contenders and better than us. You know what I'm saying? Then Michael went out, Green Bay kind of fell off. None of those teams are here.
Right.
It's the Bears and then a division game.
Two squads. Two squads that we've beat. We feel like we should be 4-0 against the two teams on the other side.
We
We're mad.
dominated. Our announcer said we should have ran away with that division. And he said at the time, which was the best division in football, which now we got 3 of the 4. So we proven that. I mean, again, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful to the Bears because that's how they've been doing to us. But I mean, the Bears, my nigga, like, if we don't win, we don't deserve to go. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line, nigga. It ain't the Eagles, it ain't the Packers. It's a team that's happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? They happy to be here, my nigga. If it ends on Sunday, they cool with it. They might still have a parade. We not in that boat. And that's why I started it off by saying we do this. Like, we really expecting to go to the Super Bowl, not happy to be in the division round. So, you know, they got some overcoming to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not sitting in a position where they like, yeah, we just play our game, we win.
Right.
They talking about 3 turnovers. You know what I'm saying? I feel, and that's the other part about how we played against Carolina, is it pushes us further under the radar, which is where I wanted to be going into this. And I still feel like that game is in there. You know what I'm saying? That game where we put it all together is still in there. You know what I'm saying? And whoever catch that, it's a wrap for your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you know it happens. Like, that's what happened in that Minnesota game last year. It was like, okay, y'all, this is this is all cylinders, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And by half, it was a wrap. Like, and it was a 13-3 team or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I still feel like that game is in it. Like, we snuck by Carolina. We wasn't doing nothing right the whole game. You know what I'm saying? We carried them to the finish line, and they had to come back to win. Like, that game that we got in us is still in there. You know what I'm saying? And you know McVay is looking to pull it out. Like, he not going in saying we gonna be conservative. He went into that Carolina game saying we gonna come out punching. So I know he got that same mentality going to this Bear game. You know what I'm saying? At some point, we gonna all focus together, like the O and the D, and we gonna hammer somebody. You know what I mean? It may be this week, it may not be, but if we don't do that, we can still win. You know what I'm saying? That's how we beat Carolina. So when you weigh like all the possible routes, and that's what somebody was saying in that against us in Carolina, they was like, I just don't see a route that they win this game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell me all these kind of different ways, and I'm gonna still say at the end the Rams is gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they may not cover this 10. It was just, you couldn't really see a path. And in this game, I'm not saying there's no path for the Bears, but I'm saying I see way more paths for us. You know what I'm saying? I can see us on a not a game still figuring out a way to win. I don't see them on a not a game beating us. Mm. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them coming in with a off game and they still beat us. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we've been saying this all year. Ain't nobody beat us yet. You know what I'm saying? We've lost games. And even the one game where I was finally like, okay, this squad is beating us. We came back and kicked their ass in the second half and lost, you know what I'm saying? Tied that game up.
Right.
So, like, the Bears just beating us up, I feel like that's out. Like how they did us in 84. You know what I'm saying? That's not a path. You know what I'm saying? Their path is a close game. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not Carolina. It's not where you like, I don't see an option, but you still see way more paths for us than you do for them. You know what I'm saying? And I was mentioning this, we text about this. Vegas has not wavered. Like, this 4.5, we favored 4.5.
It's down to 3.5 now. But
Mm,
what?
so that Chicago money is coming in right. But that 4.5 would have been the biggest line last week. You know what I'm saying? With way more games. Because we were saying like the Frisco, not the Eagle Niner game was the second highest, right?
Right.
The second highest spread last week. So Vegas hasn't wavered. They still like, yeah, y'all going.
Nah, and ESPN's probability factors or whatever, like it's a trip because the Seahawks favored by 7.5 over the nines, and they win probability, I think it's like 59%.
Mm.
We're favored 3.5 over the Bears, but our win probability is 63%.
Mm.
And so it's like shit. In that model, they like us even more than Vegas. Like
Mm.
that's
Right.
probably I didn't see the win percentages for the NFC for the AFC, but I'm
68 is
pretty
probably the
sure.
highest.
Huh?
68 is probably the highest.
Right.
Nah, I feel that. I mean, again, it's like last week. You know what I'm saying? We was the most. Vegas was saying all the analytics and everything was saying this is the most likely team to advance this weekend, and that's what they saying now. You know what I'm saying? However you want to look at it, the win percentage, Vegas, all analytics are pointing to this is the most likely team to advance. So if we don't, it's on us. You know what I'm saying? If we don't, it's gonna be our doing. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with it being if y'all bring y'all A game, y'all get out of here. I mean, maybe not even y'all A game, but it gotta be better than the C game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of feel like that's what we put out there last week was the C-est performance. You know what I'm saying? We don't make penalties like that. We like the least penalized team in the league. And we had like 7 penalties. You know what I'm saying? Like it's easily curable shit that we was doing. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? We was just doing some shit that you like, how are we gonna fix this? Like they was dreading the old line or some shit like that. Like we was given 9 time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of self-inflicted shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, oh my God, we don't have time to clean that up. Maybe the secondary. That's the one thing. And even with that, I feel like Q Lake was coming in after, you know what I'm saying? 4 games off into a playoff game. Like he gonna be better next week. He gonna be more caught up with the pace of play. You know what I'm saying? And he's big on that back end. And a lot of the shit they was getting was on him.
And Darius is gonna be in.
All
Like
right.
one got hurt.
That was a blessing in disguise. Because you had been calling for him.
Right. Nah. I feel like he's gonna be real effective. Like he's the kind of quarterback that's gonna make Caleb have to be precise, which was kind of the same thing we were saying about Bryce.
Right.
Although we wasn't outside of that last touchdown he threw, I don't think we was forcing him to be that precise. Like his dudes was open.
Running open.
And still, even still, we was like, I don't think you can make that pass. And he was making it. But
Right.
Darius is not gonna be getting beat like that. Like he gonna be like, all right, dude, you're gonna have to throw a really good pass,
I'm
especially,
here.
especially with them receivers.
Right.
Um, and you know, Josh Wallace, I guess, is gonna play, which he damn near had a pick six against Seattle. Like I got confidence in our corners. Like I get why people are concerned,
Right. And from the last game,
and I
you know what I'm
get
saying?
why people would, yeah, be targeting them. But I'm like, okay,
I mean, that's kind of all you can target.
right.
That is the weak spot. And again, it's not like when Tre'Davious was out there. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, just throw at him anywhere. to
Tre'Davious,
anybody. You know what I'm saying? These corners
Tre'Davious,
ain't,
I
huh?
was just saying, Tre'Davious was making plays
Oh, he caught a pick for Buffalo.
on Sunday, right? He
Yeah,
was breaking up shit.
right. But yeah, he wasn't doing that with us. With us, anybody was eating off of him.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like these receivers more fours match up with better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like these the kind of receivers Forbes can guard. Like Carolina and Tennessee, they had the kind of receivers that give him trouble. You know what I'm saying? But Odunze and DJ Moore, I feel like are his speed. Like, I don't know, man. I feel confident. I'm not trying to let it get to a point of cockiness. I feel like it kind of was that against Carolina. Like if it there's no way we can not come out of this with the win. I don't feel that confident against the Bears, but I definitely feel, you know what I'm saying? Again, for not being the one seed, like you can't really ask for much more than this. You know what I mean? Other than not playing last week and having your first game at home, playing Carolina and then going here. I mean, this is we trying to win the bowl. You know what I'm saying? It's a bowl at the end of this. I mean, you got to at least be expected to do this. You know what I mean? It ain't the Eagles, it ain't Green Bay. I mean, we got it's nemesis that we could have faced where it was like, you still got to do this if you want to win the bowl. Like, I mean, shit, let's go. Chicago, I mean, okay, again, no disrespect. Y'all won your division. Y'all up and coming. Y'all got a fake McVay. You know what I'm saying? All of that is true. But we been that. We been McVay. We're no longer up and coming. Like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to be us. So, again, if we lose, it's gonna be on us, man. It's all in front of us, man. And then after that, a division game. Again, I'm not even trying to look that far ahead. I still want to just keep focused on Chicago, but this map, shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Nah.
It's a pot of gold at the end of this map. You know what I'm saying? This map seemed like it should be taking you to another map. Like it's gonna be some other shit at the end of this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, nigga, this is the map to the bowl? Okay.
Nah, which is kind of how it went when we won it. Because I remember saying to you before that game, like, dude, all we got to do is beat Cincinnati. Like, it's the
Mm.
Bengals between us
And
and
a
this Super
bowl.
Bowl.
And we were saying during that game, they just happy to be here.
Right.
They happy to be out of Cincinnati. They in LA. They've had a great week. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
But, I mean, it was a similar path. Like, we started with Arizona, which
A division game.
and they had beat us earlier in the season, and Caleb, not Caleb, Kyler, what's that quarterback?
Kyler. Kyler.
Kyler, on his best days, he could haunt us, but blew them. Frisco do what they did, so now we ain't got to go to Green Bay. We going to Tampa, who we had
Right.
handled earlier in the season,
Right.
and we felt real good. I know. I think didn't Pete go to that game? Like I was
Yeah,
looking.
he did. He did.
I
Because
was
he
looking.
brought that up to me recently. Because I remember I was at because we was talking about the possible path to getting the home game.
Hmm.
He brought up how this is how it was last time.
Right.
And
How
he's like,
confident?
remember, I was at the Tampa game.
Right. You got to be confident as hell to be like, I'm going to fly to Florida to watch this shit.
Right. And be in the minority of fans. Like
And
if this goes wrong, it could go real wrong.
I looked up prices that week too. I was like, yeah, this shit is actually doable.
Right,
Which I haven't done this week, and I'm not gonna do it because I'm like, yeah,
right.
that
Yeah,
sitting
we got
outside.
other shit going on too.
True that.
We
Although
getting our rings.
I would, dude, if it was easy to go to the Ram game, I'd be on the plane. Shit,
Mm,
if they was like you got to drive to go there, I'd leave tonight. Uh,
mm,
but yeah, singing 10-degree weather,
right.
that shit is as
Not
much as I
cool.
love the Rams. Like I was literally ready to leave that Jets game early.
Mm,
I was
which
mad.
we never do.
Right, I was mad at every time out, every stop and play, every time the clock stopped. I was like, dude.
We got to sit in this.
Right. Can we just get this over? And I mean, I'd learned some things where I was like, all right, next time I'm in this shit, I would dress this way.
Mm,
And Lennon would go, no doubt. Julianne would be a hard sell. She was miserable. Like, as miserable as I
mm,
was, at least it was still the Rams. And so I'm going to
right.
get some joy out of that. She was hating
Hot.
life. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, do Tampa, division game against
Uh,
Frisco at the house. And then at the end of it all, it's the Bengals in
right.
SoFi. It's like, wow. So
And
now
they gave us a good game.
they did,
You know what I'm
they,
saying?
which
But
we'll probably get good game. I mean, we got a good game last week. We're gonna probably
right.
get a good game from here on out. It's gonna be as much as I would love what you saying, and as you were saying, I was like, because Philly did that last year. Like they eventually got to them games. It's like, I do like.
They did it in the bowl.
And they did it in the NFC Championship game.
We was their toughest game.
Right,
And repeating that, that's like our Carolina game.
right.
The first one out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that Philly blowout game is still in there for us, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I would love it. I don't know when I want to use it. I don't know if I want it this Sunday. I like how Philly waited to the championship and
Right.
then rolled it over to the bowl.
Oh, right. Nah. If we could do that two step, you know what I'm saying? We get by this one again with another, C plus B minus performance, and then come out with the A minus A plus back to back for the division game and whoever they want to see us in the bowl. And it's crazy because for the bowl, I wanted to give Jacksonville more love and I wanted to give the Texans more love. But then I thought about that mentalist shit. And, and then I thought about how we had picked Denver.
Right,
So I made my whole shit about them getting there. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I didn't want Jacksonville to go there because Jacksonville had already went there and thumped them.
hmm,
And I didn't want Houston to go there because I'm
mm,
like, that defense, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got New England playing them
right,
with the two young QBs.
right,
You know what I'm saying? That's how I got Denver getting there because I was like, Denver, Jacksonville already kicked y'all ass. And I think Houston would do the same thing.
right.
Of the remaining squads for y'all to get there, I think it needs to be New England. And so that's how I got my shit in the brackets. You know what I'm saying? But shit, however it turned out, I don't care. If we get there,
Right,
anybody from the AFC can come.
right.
But I put it like the mentalist said.
As did I.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Mm.
Um. Well, nah, my computer literally about to die, man.
All right, right. Well, yeah, let's cut it off right here then, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, I've been seeing the subscriptions going up. I want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was really on that last episode. I appreciate that. And yeah, man, we'll catch y'all after this. Yeah, exactly. After this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Rams out. Oh, wait.